Hello and welcome to another episode of Conversations with Purple. I'm your host, Purple. Thank you very much for tuning in. So this week it is Labor Day in the US. So I thought I would flash back to Labor Day weekend in 1982 and take a look at some of the happenings in the entertainment world. As you might also know, I host a radio show, Flashback 80s with Purple. So I thought this is a perfect tie-in with my 80s radio show. So back in Friday, September 3rd, 1982, the very first US Festival was launched, and it was one of only two events. It was organized by Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak, who wanted to have the most spectacular rock festival ever in history. He was hoping that it would be a modern-day Woodstock. The event was held at the Glen Regional Park in San Bernardino, California. The event was held on Friday, September 3rd to Sunday, September 5th, 1982. Attendance for the event was 400,000 people, and you won't believe the price of the tickets. $37.50 for all 3 days. Now, some of the performers performing Friday the 3rd, Gang of Four, the Ramones, The Beat, aka the English Beat in the US, Oingo Boingo, the B-52s, the Talking Heads, and the Police. On Saturday, September 4th, the lineup included Dave Edmunds, Eddie Money, Santana, The Cars, The Kinks, Pat Benatar, Tom Petty, and the Heartbreakers. On Sunday, September 5th, the final day of the festival, the lineup included the Grateful Dead, Jimmy Buffett, Jackson Browne, and Fleetwood Mac. Only one other US Festival took place, and that was in May of 1983. Now, going over to the charts on September 4th, 1982, Abracadabra by Steve Miller Band hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, and it was the first single off of the album by the same name. Now, the song was inspired by singer Diana Ross, who Steve Miller had met in the 1960s when they both performed on an episode of the music television show Hullabaloo. Now, Capitol Records did not want to release the track, interestingly enough, but Steve Miller had a different deal with a label in Europe, and once the song reached number 1 on 6 different charts in Europe, so naturally Capitol Records then changed their mind and the single was released in the US. Rounding out the top 5 for the week of September 4th, 1982 on the Billboard Hot 100. In the number 2 position, Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. In number 3, Hard to Say I'm Sorry by Chicago. And number 4, Hold Me by Fleetwood Mac. And number 5, Air Supply, Even the Nights Get Better. Taking a quick look at the UK singles charts, number 1 was Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. In the number 2 position, Save a Prayer, Duran Duran. In the number 3 spot, Come On Eileen by Dexy's Midnight Runners. Number 4, Private Investigations by Dire Straits. And in the number 5 spot, Walking on Sunshine by Rockers Revenge. And at the movies, the number 1 movie at the box office for the week of September 4th, 1982, well, it was An Officer and a Gentleman. So that is a look back at the weekend of September 3rd to September 5th, 1982. I hope you enjoyed the look at this week back in 1982, and we'll be definitely taking a look back at more years of the 80s. And if you'd like to hear some great 80s music, be sure to tune in to Flashback 80s with Purple. Be sure to check out my website, flashback80swithpurple.com, and also my podcast website, conversationswithpurple.com. If you would like to drop me a line, you can reach me at conversationswithpurple@gmail.com. Once again, thanks for tuning in to Conversations with Purple. Have a great week, and I'll catch you on the flip side.
The preceding program was a Purple Power production. All rights reserved.